it changed almost overnight. It was crazy. So you need to focus everything on mobile now. Some might be lukewarm, some are kind of interested in your product and they're shopping around, they're looking at different brands, they're looking at different solutions. So it's our job to then turn that lukewarm water, boil it up into boiling water.
Profit Pilot.
So we've been talking about web design, about putting your website together. And I've mentioned previously that 10 years ago, people used to design for desktop or laptop first. And then if you look at enough data, like web data, 10 years ago, it was mainly laptop. You're looking at 80% laptop, 20% mobile. It changed almost overnight. It was crazy. So you need to focus everything on mobile now. It's a good way to think about traffic or visitors as water, and different water has different temperatures. So different visitors or different traffic, it has different temperatures. So some people are coming to your website to buy. That's hot water. Some are cold water. They've stumbled upon your website by accident and they're never going to buy. That's cold water. We don't need to concern ourselves with those. Some might be lukewarm. Some are kind of interested in your product and they're shopping around. They're looking at different brands. They're looking at different solutions. So it's our job to then turn that lukewarm water, boil it up into boiling water. I'll go into much more detail because this is all revolving around ladder of awareness and funnels and conversion. But at the minute, let's just focus on the basics, which is always designed for mobile first. And mobile first means it needs to be fast loading because people will be on 4G or 5G. The connectivity might be not as great, and they're also in a different frame set as well. So generally their temperature will be lower because they might be in between meetings, they might be on the tube, or they might be on the move, or they might be at the football. You know, there's much different levels of intent, but you have to focus on mobile first. And what I'll do is I'll do a training course on page load speed. It's a bit more techy, but by knowing it, it's always good to know that if the person who's putting your website together, if they know what they're on about or not, and you can kind of pull them up. In the same way, it's always useful knowing a little bit about mechanics or something, so you know you're not getting ripped off by a car mechanic. But yeah, so mobile first, fast load speeds, response, it looks good on a mobile device, and this is where convention is your friend. So don't go reinventing the wheel on how your website looks. People use websites because they're used to seeing navigation in a certain place. They're used to clicking on the logo and going to the home page. They're used to going through a process of going from home page to category page to product page, and they're used to seeing reviews. And so it's all about that, removing any kind of cognitive discourse. Just let them give a seamless experience so they can focus on your product and the copy and the persuasion that you're going to put forward about why you are better than your competition. Mobile first. Share, like, subscribe.